Most of us live life in a barely controlled fall. This results in a feeling of being pushed through life as opposed to simply living. As this feeling dissolves, there is simply what is apparently happening, and there is a feeling that all is well. Welcome to Letting Go and the Greatest Secret, where we explore the end of your suffering and the beginning of lasting happiness. I'm Hale Dwoskin. Normally, a featured guest joins me for a conversation to share insights into living a life of deep joy and unshakable peace. Every now and then, it's just you and me, and today is one of those episodes. If you've actually ever seen a young child learn how to walk, it's actually a controlled fall. They're just barely staying erect, and they fall a lot. They fall so often that if it wasn't for the fact that they were willing to keep getting up and keep going forward, they'd never learn how to walk. And even those of us as adults who know how to walk, as we go through life, there's still a little bit of that feeling, or a lot of that feeling, of living life in a controlled fall. Life isn't necessary to rush through life. Life can simply unfold. We're always being inwardly guided to the right action, to what's next. And it's not even us who's being guided. There is just this flow, this ease, this beingness that's always right here, right now, yet usually ignored. As we pay attention to what is as it is, and as this sense of being a separate individual, a person, dissolves, there is just the flow of living, the ease of living. There is just beingness. The less there's a sense of you, the more there's a sense of ease. And this sense of you can fall away completely. And internally, if you pay attention to when you're feeling out of control, to when you're feeling rushed, to when you're trying to get somewhere, even though you're just sitting still in the moment. Most of us feel like we're in a rush sitting on a train, even though the train is going to go exactly how quickly the train goes. Again, this is how we all live. And it's there every moment. Even falling asleep, we're in a rush to fall asleep. Waking up, we're in a rush to get our day started. And this rushing is just based on a deep insecurity about just being. We're afraid if there's just beingness, there's no need for us to manipulate, for us to push, for us to judge. And there actually is no need for that. There is really no separate individual that's pushing life forward. In fact, if you think about it, if you were floating in a river, if you pushed against the river as you were flowing in a river, would the river go any faster? It's the same with life. Life is living itself. It's like the flow of a river. And you are the river. You're not just some simply small, insignificant person being carried by the current. You are the river itself. And this can unfold for you if you're open to it. So let's explore this together. in this moment, could you just simply allow beingness to be as though it's up to you, as though there's a you separate from being itself? Beingness is just simply being. And then allow yourself to check to see if there's any sense of pushing life forward or any sense of insecurity around the way life is flowing. And if there is that welcomed? Could you just allow it? Is that what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of the push or the insecurity? Would you? When? And then could you just sit back into the flow of life? Sit back as the flow of life. And maybe even be open at least to the possibility that there is just life. This isn't your life. This is just life itself. And again, allow yourself to focus on however you're feeling in this moment. And check to see if there's either a sense of push or a sense of insecurity, a feeling you need to guide what's happening. And if there is, could you just simply welcome it, allow it? Is that welcomed? Is that what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you set it free? Could you just let it go? Would you? When? And then could you just sit back as life? Allow life to carry you. And as best you can, could you allow that sense of you that's separate from life to dissolve into life itself? What if, just what if, there is just the one flowing life that all is? And it doesn't require a separate you. It's just life living through all. And again, could you allow yourself to check for any sense of insecurity or push? And if you're in touch with any, could you just welcome it or allow it or be present with it? Is that welcomed here? Is that what's apparently happening? And then, as best you can, just for now, could you let go of the insecurity or the push? Could you be open at least to the possibility that you have all the time in the world? Could you just let go of the fear of living? Would you? when. And then could you just allow yourself to sit back as life itself? Could you allow the sense of a you that's apart from life to dissolve? Or could you just simply check? Can you find where you end and life begins? Or where life ends and you begin? Or is there just simply life, living through and as all? And could you just be open to that flow of life as it is? And what if, just what if, life just is as it is, without the need for struggle or effort or push or you as a separate individual? All is that one life, including all that appears, all that's apparently happening. Okay, good. So this is something you may want to listen to several times and just be open at least to the possibility that there is just one life living itself and all is well. I hope you enjoyed our time together. We'll do special episodes like this every now and then. And of course, we'll be having plenty of featured guests to share their wisdom and insights with you. If you've enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe so you have immediate access to future episodes. Please give us a 5-star rating and share it with the people you care about. These episodes are dedicated to sharing the eternal teachings from the greatest secret and the power of letting go. If you'd like to learn more about my work, my mentor, Lester Levinson's work, and the Sedona Method, please visit www.sedona.com. As you explore our site, you'll learn the key to lasting happiness, success, peace, and emotional well-being. We have books, courses, events, and plenty of free material to explore. Again, go to sedona.com. That's SEDONA.com. Thank you for being here, and we'll catch you in the next episode of Letting Go and the Greatest Secret.